Hello there, it's my day off again. I've just received a package in the mail. This has come from somebody who wishes to remain anonymous. When he heard I was on YouTube, he said that he had a tool that Vinny would like to review. He was quite mysterious about it, so I don't know what it is. This character now, he has quite a sense of humour and he's a bit mischievous, so for the purpose of the video we'll call him Billie the Kid. Okay? Right, I'm quite curious to know what this is, so we'll zip it open, alright? My goodness, I certainly wasn't expecting this. It's a Leatherman. I think Supertool 300. I've been looking at these for a long time and I never bought one because I thought they were too pricey. I'm quite stunned with this, so I am. Now, I don't know too much about this one. It's a sheet. Looks too small for this. Nice leather sheath as well. Yeah, it fits. That sheet now is quite well made, quite robust. Let me just look at the instructions, guys, and I'll get back to you. I'm a bit bowled over with this, so I am. Billy, thank you very much. Let's have another look at this. Okay, so we've zoomed in a little closer for you. I've been playing around with this for a little bit, and it's quite an impressive tool, so it is. But you have a file, a reamer, kind of like the Swiss Army tool, and you have various screwdrivers, flatheads. Quite a nice blade here, kind of a clip point. And the tools are locking. Here you have the locks open, so here you have a press tab to release it. Okay, you've got a nice looking saw, can opener, and Phillips, and a small flathead, and a serrated edge knife. Should be good for rope and what have you. I do like that when they're closed you have this flat portion for your knife, for both knives, for cutting with. It's quite a hand filler and it's quite comfortable. I like that. This you'd imagine would be sharp when you're using it, but all the edges are rounded over. And you can press quite hard, it's not too bad at all. You also have removable wire cutter blades here. Very impressive. Let's head to the woods and try it out. Here I have a hazel sapling. I'm going to try out the saw on this. As we know, hazel, when you cut it, it will just grow back again, no trouble. Okay, so it can cut wood of this diameter, but I think this is a bit heavy for it. There was some flex in the saw, and I think it's made for wood perhaps a quarter of this diameter. I think it's made for light work. That's my conclusion. Okay. Now I've just cut this branch, and I was much more comfortable doing this. It is a saw that can do some work, but I don't think it's made for regular or heavy, certainly not heavy use anyway. But a useful tool. The knife blade came pleasantly sharp, and I think it's a fine hand-filling grip and nice flat smooth surfaces. It should be a fairly good knife to use. Certainly nice and sharp. I find this corner is digging a little bit as I use it. You could hold it further back, but you lose power. This is the way I feel I want to cut with it, and that is a little sharp. Not bad. You certainly have a usable knife, and it's cutting chunks off that like there's no tomorrow. Nice knife. And of course, we have to try out our can opener, see how that works. I'm not too used to this. I'm very used to the Swiss Army knife can opener, which I rate very highly. I find this one a little awkward to use, probably just because I'm not used to it. But it'll open a can. It leaves a relatively smooth edge, no jagged edge inside, which is nice as well. Beans for lunch. Right guys, it's actually a couple of days later and I'm back home. We're going to try out some of the other functions on the multi-tool. So I've got my trusty and battered Black & Decker workmate here. We're going to try and drive a few screws. Try a small one first. This is not pre-drilled. Okay, it's driving that lovely. There's no feeling of looseness or flimsiness at all. Of course, you've got your screwdriver locked out. Okay, it handled that lovely, no problem. Let's try this somewhat bigger one. Now, generally for these, I pre-drill a small pilot hole, but I haven't done that this time. Yeah, you've got a good secure handle. Everything is tight and secure. That's a fine screwdriver, no problems at all. It's driving that pretty big screw very easily. Okay, let's try the serrated blade with this rope. I'm quite impressed with both knives. on this little tool. Okay, this is somewhere around 1/2 inch rope, I think. Polypropylene again. Just zips through that. Should make quite a good rescue knife or rope cutting knife or knife for a sailor or something. Let's just try the plain blade now on the rope. Yep. Both knives will zip through rope. Nice sharp blades in these. Right, so I've got some tying wire here. This is used locally for electric fence wire, or for any tying you may be doing. It zips through that very easily. Now this is some steel cable. This is good quality tough cable. It's 2 millimeters thick. Now the jaws are a little bit too offset for this. I think these are made for cutting, you know, thicker brass wire, copper wire, what have you. The tool has another wire cutters here, and this one works better for the steel cable. You maybe have to do it twice. Or 3 times. So it's maybe not the best for steel cable, but certainly for any other normal wire, it's highly effective and quite sharp. Now I want to try out the file on this battered old fishing lure. So this hook is quite blunt. Usually you test the hook by dragging it across your nail. If it's sharp, it should dig in. This one is just sliding off. It's quite a blunt hook. So let's see how our file works with this. I can see fresh, clean steel appearing. So it's cutting steel. Almost there. Another few strokes. Right, so that's biting. So it's good for your fishermen. Anyway boys, that's the Leatherman Supertool 300 and its nice leather sheath. I'm absolutely delighted with this. This is a high quality tool. This would be very useful to anybody, but especially if you had a quad bike or a boat or a skidoo, anything like that. Guns, weapons, anything you need to fix, and you've got a complete set of tools in a very neat package. It's strong and everything is high quality. I'm absolutely delighted with this. When Billie the Kid told me he was sending me a sharp tool to review, I'd almost made up my mind that it was going to be a ricking chisel or something like that. I certainly wasn't expecting this. Billie the Kid, thank you very much. I'm absolutely delighted with this. I owe you a pint or two or three or four next time I see you. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.